6 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Hassan Gilani. First, the headlines. Prime Minister says government is vigorously pursuing reforms agenda to steer country towards path of economic growth and development. Addressing Balochistan cabinet in Quetta today, Shehbaz Sharif said solarization of over 1 million agriculture tubewells will save imported fuel worth $3.5 billion annually. Minister for Communications has termed construction of a safe and high-quality motorway from Karachi to Sakhar as top priority. Kashmiris on both sides of the line of control and the world over are observing 8th martyrdom anniversary of young Kashmiri freedom fighter Burhan Muzaffar Wani today. 40 Palestinians were martyred in relentless Israeli strikes on besieged Gaza during the last 24 hours. Pakistan's Asab Irfan has won Kansu Open Squash Championship, beating India's Veer Chaturani in final at Houston in the United States. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Mohammad Shehbaz Sharif says government is rigorously pursuing the agenda of reforms to steer the country out of prevailing challenges and put it on economic growth trajectory. Addressing Balochistan cabinet in Quetta today, he said reforms agenda including solarization of tubewells is a quantum jump and it will put country on path of sustainable development. The Prime Minister said government has planned to shift over 1 million tubewells across the country on solar power to save fuel and expensive electricity. He said this project will be completed with the cooperation of provinces. He said 28,000 agriculture tubewells in Balochistan will be shifted on solar power. The Prime Minister said the project will be completed within 3 months, costing 55 billion rupees, which will enable farmers to increase their under-cultivated land and irrigation of crops more conveniently. Shehbaz Sharif said students from all provinces will be sent to China for modern agricultural training, and Balochistan has been given 10% quota for this initiative. He further said that 300,000 students will be sent to China under agreement with Huawei, and Balochistan students have 10% quota in this project. The Prime Minister said demand of Balochistan government for 100% increase in budget has been fulfilled. The Prime Minister said federal government, in collaboration with the Balochistan government, will undertake joint efforts for the development of the province. He said the highly educated and skilled youth of Balochistan will certainly play an important role in the development of the province and the country. The Prime Minister highlighted that funds have been allocated in the federal budget for the establishment of Danish schools in Balochistan. He expressed the hope that Governor Balochistan Sheikh Jafar Khan Mandukhail, Chief Minister Mir Sarfaraz Bugti and the entire provincial cabinet will continue playing their due role for the development and prosperity of the province. He also assured to take every possible step for the development and prosperity of Balochistan. Earlier, Balochistan Chief Minister Mir Sarfaraz Bugti and Governor Jafar Khan Mandukhail called on the Prime Minister Mohammad Shehbaz Sharif in Quetta today. During their meeting, they discussed various issues including the overall development in the province and ongoing projects in different sectors. Minister for Communications Abdul Aleem Khan has termed the construction of a safe and high-quality motorway from Karachi to Sakhar as a top priority. Chairing a meeting of National Highway Authority in Islamabad today, he said roads from Karachi to Quetta and Mansehra to Babusar Top should also be constructed immediately. The minister said the main target of our road network should be the Central Asian countries. Aleem Khan said trucks with loads exceeding the prescribed weight will not be allowed on any highway of National Highway Authority. He directed to ensure M-tag on all the motorways. He said there should be a third-party evaluation of various projects from multinational companies. Pakistan's ambassador to China, Khalil Hashmi, has called CPEC project a modern-day manifestation of ancient Silk Road that connected China and South Asia, facilitating people-to-people and trade linkages. Speaking at World Peace Forum in Beijing, he thanked China for supporting development journey of Pakistan through critical investments under CPEC. This is Radio Pakistan. Kashmiris on both sides of the line of control and the world over are observing 8th martyrdom anniversary of young Kashmiri freedom fighter Burhan Muzaffar Wani today. Burhan Wani, along with 2 associates, was martyred in a staged encounter by Indian troops in Kokarnag area of Islamabad district on July 8, 2016. Wani's extrajudicial killing sparked a months-long mass uprising across the occupied territory, during which occupation troops indiscriminately fired bullets, pellets and tear gas shells, resulting in the martyrdom of over 150 innocent protesters. The All Parties Hurriyat Conference leaders, including its incarcerated chairman Masarat Alam Bhatt and other detained leaders, in their statements have praised Burhan Wani for injecting renewed vigor into the struggle for freedom. They reaffirmed their commitment to Kashmiri's struggle for freedom against Indian occupation. In Azad Jammu and Kashmir, protest rallies and seminars were organized in all districts today to pay homage to the popular youth leader Shaheed Burhan Muzaffar Wani and his associates. In Muzaffarabad, 313 Kashmiri youth saluted Burhan Wani Shaheed, martyr of Jammu and Kashmir, and hoisted national flags at Azim Nabubat Chowk. Kashmiri youths were holding flags of Pakistan and Kashmir. The youths were wearing t-shirts with pictures of Burhan Muzaffar Wani Shaheed. Kashmiri youths paid great respect to Burhan Wani and other martyrs and took an oath of resistance against India for the freedom of Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. 40 Palestinians were martyred in unabated Israeli strikes and bombardment across besieged Gaza during the last 24 hours. The Israeli army has issued a new evacuation order in several areas of Gaza City, including the Sabra, Rimal, Tel Al-Hawa and the Raj neighborhoods. The residents are directed to head to humanitarian zone in Al-Mawasi area in Gaza Strip. Meanwhile, Israeli columns of tanks advanced into the heart of the city from different directions. The Gaza Civil Emergency Service said it believes dozens of people were martyred, but emergency teams were unable to reach them because of ongoing offenses in Daraj and Tufa. The martyrdom toll of Palestinians in continued Israeli aggression in Gaza since October 7 last year has now reached 38,193. The 8th death anniversary of great social worker and humanitarian volunteer Abdul Sattar Idi is being observed today. Abdul Sattar Idi was born on February 28, 1928 in Indian state of Gujarat. He started welfare services in 1951. He established the world's largest volunteer ambulance network along with settlers for homeless people and animals and orphanages across the country. Many international and national awards, including Asian Nobel, the Lenin Peace Prize, and Nishane-Imtiaz, were bestowed upon him in recognition of his services for humanity. He breathed his last on this day in 2016 at the age of 88 in Karachi. In a message on death anniversary of Abdul Sattar Idi, President Asif Ali Zardari has lauded his exemplary services for humanity and termed him as the top humanitarian personality in Pakistan's history. The President said late Idi rendered invaluable services in the social welfare sector regardless of race, faith and social status. Pakistan's Ashab Irfan has won Kansu Open Squash Championship 2024, beating India's Veer Chaturani in final at Houston in the United States. He won the match by 3-2 with scores 11-7, 8-11, 12-10, 8-11 and 11-8. And finally, the weather. Hot and humid weather is expected in most parts of the country during the next 12 hours. However, rain, wind and a shower is expected at isolated places in Kashmir, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, southeastern Sindh, north-southeastern Balochistan, South Punjab and Gilgit-Baltistan. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.